any way you look at it, this is a beast. The Hammond B3. Hammonds started to make an appearance around about 1935, but it was another 20 years before they really came into their own, design-wise. They went into churches, they went into homes, but it took a while to get into jazz clubs. But in churches, they fulfilled a pretty good role anyway, and got the whole gospel sound up and running. They work a little bit like this. It's a bit like additive synthesis, really. You've got drawbars, which control your pitches. So, that's your basic. Got all those different pitches happening. And then you add them all together. And it makes one sort of combination sound with different harmonic makeups as it goes. What appeared in 1955 was the percussion. Well, it doesn't sound much like percussion. It was supposed to sound like a marimba. But when you add it to the front of a normal sound, sounds a bit like that. And the final element that made the Hammond really come into its own was the match-up with the Leslie speaker. We've got a Leslie 147 secreted down here, which you will see. And it has a revolving speaker in it, so that when you switch it in, you can hear it start to move. Switch it off, and the whole thing slows down, so you get that tremendous sort of whirring, buzzing sound to it. Anyway, let's start off in church. Billy Preston had an amazing childhood. He played part in a film. He appeared with Nat King Cole on TV, singing Blueberry Hill. And then, of course, he did all the stuff with the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. But before that, he was playing with a singer called Mahalia Jackson. And sounding a bit like this. Here's a gospel number that's going to use a few different drawbar sounds. And also you'll hear the Leslie switch in at the climactic point. There's a few techniques that are particularly suited to the Hammond alone, or other electric organs like it. One of them is, Janette showed you the gliss with the back of the nail. In fact, you can do it on the Hammond much more easily with a flat fist, and it doesn't hurt actually at all. Watch this. In fact, you can just play about anything on a Hammond organ, it sounds good. Another thing is grace notes, and it's something that most organists put in somewhere along the way, simply because it's more bluesy, it's more interesting to listen to. So instead of playing, you'd be doing. So there's the root, there's the fifth, and you're just grace noting the C sharp to the D, fourth, the flat five to the five, and also the flat third to the major third, minor third to major third. Another thing that a lot of jazz organists do, actually Richard Groove Holmes is amazing at this, is repeated notes and incorporating repeated notes into a solo. Probably, and Jimmy Smith did it also. Something you want to practice at home probably is setting a pulse going, so you're going something like 1, 2, something like that, and then double it up, then triple it, and then fours. And you gradually get faster and faster and faster. Until your thumb and your other fingers completely wear out. Okay, we're back in church. And having had the slow, inspirational gospel tune, it's time for the fast, celebrational gospel tune. It's going to be played on piano and organ, both instruments that found themselves in churches and work very well alongside each other. The piano gives a very, very percussive attack to it, and normally the organ sustains. What's that noise? Oh, it's just the organ. Yeah. It is a beast, and it's a kind of wheezy beast as well. It makes a lot of noise. You'll probably notice that, actually. I apologise for that. Anyway, I can't play the piano and the organ at the same time, so I'm going to enlist the services of Janette on piano for this fast gospel tune.